Good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever it is, wherever people are in YouTube land. Yeah, I'm just chilling, just I don't know, just doing some making music still. Just haven't been posting any. Uh, Taking my time this time, not just make. I'm not rushing. Still have this. I'm still gonna go through this album, just two albums that I have finished that I haven't done anything with. Majority of those albums are club music, like house music, like Chicago style and things like that. You know, I DJed a lot of Chicago style music back in 90s, 80s, 90s, not 80s, 90s. 80s I did more hip hop. 90s I did club music. Just inspirations like Bad Boy Bill, Julian Jumper Perez, Jackmaster Farley, a bunch of other people from Chicago. Chad Jackson, Housemaster Funk from 107.9. Muskegon's. That's where I got my records from. Yeah, I just, I used to have hookup like that, but I didn't, I gave my last grade of records away to my cousin, and, I probably shouldn't have, but they still make records. I can make digital music, use analog music, I guess. I learned how to use jog wheels. I'd rather have some 1200s, but hey, beggars can't be choosy. I'll, I'll master jog wheels in a week. Maybe not. That's bragging. I can't brag like that. I don't know. I never used jog wheels. I would like the chance to try though. One of these days, hopefully. If not, I'd rather just get some vinyls, some ones and twos, and some fader, and do my thing. But other than that, I just still want to get my drums. I want to do all kinds of other instruments and other things like that. But nothing I haven't told my family since I was young. So when I was a teenager, when they seen me out there doing the things, and they were out there, doing their things, teaching bad things. Yes, I'm going to say that because I don't teach anymore. I'm not going to teach anymore. I'm going to teach myself. Take my own advice. 'Cause my advice works. I know people don't say it works, but a lot of the people that say it doesn't work are the people that stole from me. So they steal from me, tell people bad things about me, and then steal from me, and then push me towards other people. I don't want to go towards those other people. I don't want women that have been with my family members. I broke those cycles years ago. With my ex-wife. I don't need anybody that's stuck with a family member of mine, no matter what, whether we're friends or not. If they got a problem with it, I don't want to be their friend. I got my I no. I won't go back to those cycles. I don't give a fuck if people's famous or not. They keep their fame, whatever, keep their money. I won't go back in those cycles. I don't give a shit. They call me local for a reason. That's why I'm local, because I was in those cycles. I broke those chains, broke those curses, I broke all that shit, and I ain't going back. The rest of the people can kiss my ass, and I mean it respectfully. It's fucked up, but hey, I just I'm just being comedic, I guess. People say I'm funny, not funny, haha, or funny, la la. I don't know the terminology. I don't know what people think. I just silly. Not funny, I'm silly. I got to be silly because I promised my baby boy I wouldn't give up. So if me being silly is not giving up, then I'm gonna be silly. And I promised my baby girl I would be, promised her something, and I kept my promise. I kept all my promises. I'm not making any more promises. If I didn't keep a promise to somebody, which is very few people, that's not my problem. And those forever kisses, they're expired. It wasn't an accident. That shit ended. You know. Hey, I got a new life. Got new chance with eyesight and all these other things. I'm taking it. I'm not going back to those cycles where getting married and then having the best man sleep with the wife. And I'm not trying to get in those cycles. That's why I don't want anyone to suffer my family members. Anyway, man, oh, sad I'd say that, but yeah, I'm here to bless the sacrament of man-woman marriage, and I plan on doing that. I don't care political reasons. I don't give a shit. I, I have gay colleagues. Their lifestyle is their lifestyle. They bless their lifestyle with people. I can bless the people the same way. I don't hold any grudges against those people. I won't say those people because hey, if they don't respect heterosexuality, then that's just their problem. They can keep their shit the other way. But there's a lot of other people, with their same issues, but their same mentality that don't look down on heterosexuals. You know, because we got to remember, heterosexual people are not the minority. Gay people are not the minority. You know, the people crossing our borders are not the minority. You know who the minority is? The government. Think about that for a minute, people. There are more people in the United States than there are government officials. Hmm. Who's the minority? Martin Luther King got shot for saying some shit like that. Tupac got shot for saying some shit like that. I got shot for saying some shit like that. I'm still alive because I got a blessed sacrament of marriage, and I said some prayers for the front of the court system. I got my GED when I was incarcerated in 90 something. And I wrote an essay about the front of the court system. It was two different roads. The one road was finished a long time ago, and the second road was going to be the end of the front of the court system. It's in the state of Michigan's files, people. I wrote this prophecy while I was incarcerated, helping other individual men that were being abused by the system. I helped. I couldn't give legal advice. I wasn't a lawyer. I sat in court many, many times learning. On my own. I wasn't enrolled in school at the time, but I sat in court learning, talking to other, lawyers. I didn't talk to judges. But I talked to lawyers, learning, asking questions. Helping people. I learned something. I went and taught someone. The things I learned. I taught, men how to file, things so they can, not, to be assholes, so that way they can see their kids, and that way they can let the people know that the system is not for the man or the woman or the children. It's about the money, people. It's about the money. It's a collection agency, and collection agencies can't be put in. It's called debtor's prison. Debtor's prison is unconstitutional in the Constitution, and we have the First Amendment and the Second Amendment to protect our rights against debtor's prisons. I'm just saying. Child support is a debtor's prison. I don't care what people say. It is a debtor's prison. We cannot go to jail for owing money. It's not. It's unconstitutional. I don't care what the federal government says. That's why the shit I said in that prophecy I made is coming true. I also said a prophecy when I was in San Antonio that Nancy Pelosi is going to get arrested. I don't have TikTok, but it's on TikTok somewhere. All these prophecies, I don't have TikTok, but they're all on there somewhere. People can go look at them. It's all the shit that's happening, and I did say that these people are gonna be begging me for help because of all the things that they did before this shit happened. Before all those things happened, that they went on towards me. I said, and I did names, I gave dates, I gave addresses, I gave all kinds of shit. I was crazy. It was crazy. I said that shit, and then it happened. A lot of that shit happened. That's why I say I don't want any woman that has been with any of my family members. I won't go back to those. It's sad because there's a lot of beautiful hearted women. I won't ever do that shit again. I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. The fame doesn't matter to me. I know I'm gonna be famous one day. I know God already showed me my road. When I was in Colorado, I seen my vision. I wasn't even drunk or high, and I seen my vision. 50-year music career, and it hasn't even started yet. But I got these two albums. I'm gonna go bless, because I said when I made it, I'd come back for some people. But I did come back for some people because I made a little bit, and I wanted to build something, with the lady here, and build a empire and shit like that. Now I'm gonna build my empire. If I meet a woman, hey, it's all good. I don't meet none. I'm sorry, dude. I have a best friend, dude, but hey, I'm a comedian. Okay, I'm not a comedian. I'm an artist, and I do a lot of art. I do a lot of music. I do a lot of different things. I speak the truth. I speak prophecies. I speak all kinds of shit. And I've been thrown in mental facilities for speaking the truth that came true. But I'm not trying to put out bad juju, bad anything. I'm just trying to put out smiles in this world. And if we can't smile at each other, smile at ourselves, and then we don't deserve to be out there, smiling with other people that that want to smile. Me, I want to be out in this world and help people. But I got charity starts at home. I live in the United States. All these third world countries. I'd love to go out there and help all these third world countries, but we got a lot of homeless veterans here in the United States. Lots and lots of homeless veterans in the United States, and we got a lot of homeless single parents. I have a found nonprofit organization. It's called God Knows My Skills. I started in 2021. Before I was abandoned and homeless for a year and a half, and left for dead. Bleeding on the side of the highway. Had to be revived a few times. San Antonio. But that's my sister told me, I forgot the words because I watch my videos, my inspirational videos, my depression videos, my videos to help with suicide awareness, because I watch those to remind myself the shit that I went through, just so I can make these videos for people, because there are people out there that don't make it, that do commit suicide. And there's 41 young ladies that I help, and each one of those ladies had suicidal tendencies. And they can't lie. They all did. Some of them, had different, had cancer, some lupus, and other things like that. Some incurable diseases that now are cured. But it's that was my journey. I finished my godly assignment 7 years early. Uh, I don't know. I miss seeing my children more, and I miss loving on a woman. But I can't even see my children. And I'm still having love on a woman. So I pushed. Again, I picked my kids over relationship. See, see how that goes every time. So I'm not picking either one. My kids will see me. I love my kids, and but this DNA test is getting done because my lawyer, yeah, awesome lady. Um, I pray that the judges and all these other people that were involved in all this corruption don't get too much harsh penalty towards them, because when I was in court the last time, there was no city or state people. There was federal. They brought federal motherfuckers into court. And, uh, you know, I did a TikTok video that a lot of people are going to be begging me for the help them to get them out of this. I've been trying to stop a lot of things from happening, but people want to keep continuing, to use Brew Idea and summon demons and shit like that. That's their problem. I don't got to deal with them. I mean, there's a lot of people that should look into the curses that were broken, because I know July 7th, 2021. There's a lot of people that felt the shift of of like barriers being broken, of just like feeling better about themselves, or just being uplifted and things like that. But they kept continuing to go down roads that God gave them a second chance, and they didn't want to take it. So God, just let them. It's called God coordinated a perimeter. God did, not anything else. God did, and it led them down a certain path where God knew they were going to have to go a certain way. I tried warning people, but they don't want to listen. All those things I told people to watch out. When I was south, I told people to gather things. There's a lot of destruction under Sodom and Gomorrah style people. Hey, I'm just who I am. I'm just a crazy bum. Remember, bitty bitty bum bum. It's cool though. It's cool. I know I'm still celibate. I don't have any diseases and things like that. I made it 3 years celibate, and I promised God, and God is keeping God's promises of the fairy tale lifestyle that I built. I just gotta get these 2 albums done, because I've already started working on the fourth album, and I ain't even got my third one done yet. I know I got a 50-year music career ahead of me. I know it's nothing. A lot of my music is not, the things I have posted on here aren't the songs that are going on these albums. It's just me practicing, because I had nasal passages. I had to have surgery because I got nose broken when I was 12. I couldn't sing anymore, so I played instruments until I got my nose fixed in 2015, 2016. I got my nose fixed again. And I started singing again, and I realized I didn't forget how to sing. I also realized I didn't figure out how to love. It's just at the time I was in love with the wrong woman. But divorce fixed that. It didn't. Divorce doesn't fix anything. Marriage fixes things. If people can stay married, they won't have to worry about divorce. I'm also trying to become a marriage counselor. I know people, how can a divorced man be a divorced people, can do a lot of things, teach a lot of things. But I want to teach it not from a divorce point of view or a marriage point of view. I want to teach it from a spiritual point of view. I want to take. I don't want to sit in an office and have like those movies. The guys talk to asking. No, that's not how people reconcile their marriage and get their marriage strong. Man or woman want to be a marriage counselor, take their clients to like a vacation island with just there too. If they have kids, let them make get them some quality time to heal themselves, so that way they can go out there and make good memories. They can make memories of beautiful sceneries, and don't have just take the temptation away from them, or put the temptation in there in front of them and then make them both fight the temptation together. Imagine that, couples fighting temptation, fighting demons together. Can't wait to find the right woman to to do that with. Fight demons back to back with swords or whatever. I don't give a shit. I learned some more chi. Okay, I'm sorry. I swear I'm trying. I am. It is working. I'm getting the sweet mentality out of my head. It wasn't easy, but I just keep going, keep fighting. I won't ever stop. I won't ever give up. I don't have it in me to give up. I promised my best friend Michael Robinson. Michael Robinson passed away 1988. Uh, I will continue to keep going because Michael Robinson was the only best friend I had. I haven't had one since. But that's cool. I have God. God is my best friend. And people think they could beat my best friend. Well, I'm going to step aside and let God handle that one. But, I just get these silly, I don't know, just, I like being me. I might be ugly. People say I'm ugly. I don't care about looks, man. I don't teach vanity. Vanity is, we'll let the pop stars teach vanity, so that way when all these young girls out there doing all this other bullshit, bad shit happen, and them stars can collect that money, so that way they can continue to teach someone else because someone else got hurt. So let's teach another person, continue to collect that money, so that way they can continue to teach that vanity bullshit. Because vanity leads to lust, lust leads to infidelity, in that order. I'm just saying. I don't teach vanity. I don't teach lust. I don't teach infidelity. I know people could say what they say. I am celibate. I am sitting right here in this room. I have been out in the street when I used to sleep in that park benches, sleep at car washes, gas station parking lots, on the floor, at bus stops and things like that. I would rather eat crumbs with bums and steaks with snakes. I'm just saying, people. But we learn these things. We learn these things, and we learn to, keep pushing on. We remember the ones that helped us when we were down, the ones that kicked us when we were down, the one that said it would be all right, just keep your head up, and turned around, didn't even pay us attention. But when you started making this, started doing this, all these people started coming back in your life. I keep, I'd say this to teach other people. Other people can see, that way they don't have to go through what I went through. I know, when I had TikTok, there's quite a few independent artists that people were overlooking. I remember after a while, we just started sharing each other's pages and stuff like that. I was doing other things besides music, but I looked and they were doing pretty good. It's awesome. They had almost 250,000 followers, and their music is getting better. And they didn't even change. Their style didn't change. Their their vocals didn't change. They dressed nicer, but they didn't change. And I like to see that. Even with that's pretty good though. Remember where they came from when no one was helping them. All the team. I know God was always there for me, and not one of my family members could say different. God was there for me. I want like when I was in my accident, God was there for me. When that nurse revived me inside of San Antonio, and I promised the nurse I would listen to the nurses and doctors, God was there for me. In Amarillo, two officers brought me a water to make sure that way I wanted. I don't know. I got to get the tape of me crying to the emergency worker when I dehydrated. I don't remember. I'm trying to get all these things. I got to get all these other things from my doctors about a bunch of other things. My spinal injury, my broken neck, my lesion in my head, and all these other things, bursting blood vessels, all these other things that happened to me. I get all these things. I don't want to remember all that shit. I went through it. Other people say, well, you got to get these papers. So why? Why the fuck I need those papers? I went through that shit. I don't want to remember all that shit. Why don't they go out there and have that shit happen to them? Why? Because none of these people can make it. Because none of these people can make it. None of these people can make that shit. I had to travel over 1,000 miles just to try to get to San Antonio. Then I realized I didn't want to go to San Antonio. I started building a life in Amarillo. I was there a month and a half. And then afterward, I started doing good. I lost my phone. I got hurt. I lost my phone. And then 3 days later, I got a phone. But after that, it was too late. They had already identity theft, answering my emails, answering my text messages, all at my phone. That I had to let that shit go. But that's the type of shit. That I'm trying to rebuild. I got cards that were my name. I got my credit score went dropped. I had my credit score up to almost 600 again, from a 390 something. And then this house they had in my name, these cars they had in my name. Every time they steal my music and all this other shit, it affects my credit with all this other bullshit that had I had things connected to the things, and it stopped me, so I couldn't access all these other things. There's things I gotta build. I gotta build again from a 428 because of what my family and all these other guys did. But so I'm doing it though. I'm out here trying to do it. I mean, I'm not doing it the way they want me to do it because why I want to listen to their advice? Their advice is about stealing and shit like that. I don't steal. I ain't gotta steal. If I need something, I just pray to God, to show me the road to get what I need. Like right now, I pray God show me the road and then guide me with my hand, grabbing my ear, my hair, my goatee, whatever, my chest hair, pull me along the road to where I got to go. Music, movies. I had dreams years ago about Oscar awards and Grammy awards and things like that, and they laughed at me. My family laughed at me. They put me down. I mean, they forgot that after I got my surgery in my eyes, I changed. I had a chance to have eyesight and things like that. Even though there was a lot of people came at me and shit like that, but I stood my ground. I put my God in their game, and I did what I had to do. I know people keep saying don't bring up the past and shit like that, but the past never stopped. People still trying to do all kinds of things. I know it's not maybe not immediate family and shit like that, but there's other family members out there and shit like that got involved and shit like that. Exes that got involved with some shit, trying to slander my name, doing some other bullshit. Why? Because I didn't want. I turned. I said no. I didn't want to sleep. I even had one. I turned me down. I turned her down. She turned me down too, now twice. And ever since then, she's just been trying to do all kinds of crazy shit. You know, purposely keeping me away from other kids. Now she got cancer. Be stage 4 cancer in 3 weeks, and I'm not saying any prayers for her. My cousin George died. Terry Winklasky died. Cousin Joe Santos died. Cousin Julie's got cancer, but he's doing good. You know, still doing chemo. Cousin Nick just got out of the hospital. My cousin Sylvia just died, got out of the hospital. She just passed away. My cousin Sylvia Medina, she just passed away. Uh,